Hello everyone. So today I want to read you a journal entry that I made. I did change it a little bit for the video, but it's a writing that I made to remind myself of what OCD is, and to remind myself of the tricks and games that OCD plays, and to remind myself that I am more than my OCD. And I wrote this so that way I can come back to myself when I'm in rumination, and when I'm in rumination and when I'm reviewing memories and things that happened, and you get lost. The more that you try to remember it, the more confused that you become. And I wrote this to remind myself that, when I'm lost and when I'm in my head and when I can't figure things out and remember, to come back to this, to write down when you have clarity, so that way you can see and you can bring yourself back. So write yourself a grounding letter to read when lost. When OCD gets hard and loud and you forget who you are. When you forget your values and forget if you're a good person. When imposter syndrome comes and you feel like you've lied to everyone and you feel like a terrible person. Read a grounding letter you've written to yourself. A letter you've written to yourself when some clarity comes and you can see your disorder more clearly, as the disorder it is, not a flaw or moral failing, that you didn't want OCD, that OCD is not who you are, that it is not your fault, or anyone's fault, or anything, or any event, or any circumstance. It's not anyone or anything's fault that you have OCD. That it's a combination of many things. Learn about OCD and remind yourself of the tricks OCD plays. Remind yourself how strong you are to get up and face every day when your fears stare right back at you. Remind yourself how strong you are for getting up and still trying your best to go to work or school and still love others and go towards your values. Remind yourself, even when you struggle, that you are trying your best and fighting a hard thing, and to be gentle. Remember to feel. Remember to grieve the difficult experiences you've had. Forgive yourself. Remember that loving is always the right decision, and going towards values, fighting for a life that you want, is always worth more than the discomfort and more rewarding than living in fear. Also remember, you are more than your OCD, more than all your fears and thoughts, or all the things that are hard for you, or the challenges you face. Write things that remind you of the person you are and the person you want to be. Remind yourself of your strengths, your beauty, your interests and passions, your goals and your values, and what you want to do and where you want to go in your life. OCD will be something you have to manage your whole life. It may scream or whisper in your ear and try to fill you with fear, but remember what you are learning and move through the noise and back to presence in your life. Let yourself feel. You carry so much of the world inside of you, both the good and bad. Happiness and sadness are ever present to you. When you don't feel and sit with discomfort, and you try to control, experience, and perform compulsions, you get stuck. Present discomfort over long-term pain. Write to remember when you get lost. So yeah, I wrote that to just really remind myself, bring myself back. And this writing in itself was healing, and yeah, writing's just been something that's really helped me through my recovery and has helped me to get clarity and to remember, like what's happened, and to come back to myself. So maybe writing and journaling will help you. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll see you later. Bye. Disclaimer and reminder, I am not a medical or mental health professional. I am just a fellow sufferer, a person with OCD. If you are struggling, please seek mental health help from a licensed professional.